So magkaka-oversight committee ng araw. Pero how far can it go as you yourself narrated? Kayo, hindi, kung ayaw ng Malacanang, wala kayong magagawa. So paano if the agency just cooperate?
I mean, again, that's a political question. If they refuse to cooperate, then in the next budget round, the Congress can deny that agency any amount or can give it a 1 peso budget because it refuses to submit to the Congress the third branch the accounting of such funds. It has the power to deny appropriation in the next round.
Quoting former COA Chairman Grace Pulido-Tan, sabi niya, in the end, we just have to take their word for it that they spent it properly. Kasi walang paperwork, sir. For example, if you buy information, you can't really list down and submit the names of the people you bought information from. So all the agency head has to do is just make a report that we spent this much for buying information and so on the line. So hindi ho rin natin COA.
COA, if you receive an accounting which says, I purchased information from Juan de la Cruz, it doesn't mean that you have to accept it lock, stock, and barrel. COA, if they want to, can ask the agency to appear before it and subpoena the records to check whether or not, in fact, the confidential and intelligence funds were used for the purpose for which it was appropriated. No one is above the law here. Each has an obligation, and those who are in allocated confidential and intelligence funds are under obligation to account for this, although not in the same manner as an ordinary maintenance and operating expense is audited, because by the very nature of the fund, then you cannot make a public accounting. But it doesn't mean that the constitutional bodies, the COA, does not have the power to examine this and deny in audit those which are improper. They have the power to subpoena. So, the fact that wala kaming magawa is not a correct attitude. I disagree. If they're serious about their job, they should subpoena, they should examine this in closed door, confront those who dispense with confidential funds and intelligence funds, and deny in audit those which in their judgment is improper.
So pag in-audit, sir, tapos may nakita nga, so anong pwedeng gawin? I mean, if you cannot make it public, what kind of pressure can you put on the agency to basically account for how it spent the money?
If the disbursement is disapproved by the COA, the disbursing officer under the law will be required to reimburse. And if he fails to reimburse, then he has criminal liability.
Pero lahat yan confidential. Hindi yan mabubunyag sa public. Sila lang yan. Ganun ba yun, sir? When you say that this this cannot be made known publicly.
If it is disbursed improperly, then it's at that point, necessarily you must make a demand. I mean, COA must make a demand for the reimbursement of these funds improperly disbursed. And when it reaches the COA and the Ombudsman, inevitably it will become public because it was not properly accounted for.
Okay, all right.